The most famous broadcast of all is 1192, built by Keith. Fortune1.org is the world's only overseers of all governments. It's all about Evote.one, which is 4 simple replacement economic bylaws that forever empower you to control all leaders worldwide. Very clearly, everyone in the entire world hates anything having to do with politics. 1192, built by Keith. The forecast has always been gloom and doom and destruction of Earth, God's Earth, known as Utopia, caused by greedy people. These are the cyber criminals, the terrorists that no one has a clue how to take down. It's always been easy by will of we, God's people, use of Evote.one, store and forward through the unhackable database of FOIA.ONE. And yes, we are the wealthiest person and group in world history, Fortune1.org. We're so unbelievably ashamed that everything you see behind me is real time, all about affirmative action, diversity, justice. Well, they're speaking about Washington, D.C., but they're really talking about you. Who is the government? Always been we the people. Today it's 12:20, and we're watching one of the local Atlanta TVs on our digital antenna, and you'll notice the ads will come on in a few minutes. The biggest scam in world history is stock options, corporate executive gold in handcuffs, even the Federal Reserve System, Securities Exchange Commission. And why do the governments refuse, which is we the people, always refuse to deal with the worst of the worst criminals? When's the last time someone of extreme wealth or middle wealth ever went to prison? They never would go on death row because, well, you decide. It's always been about free will choice, and here's the Supreme Court justice, and they're speaking about reality there. They will now all be elected with Evote.one. In fact, the whole world, Evote.one. Attached is the Obama rally that we attended on Friday. Lie after lie after lie. We're going to return some of your assets back to your community. And the heart condition, which is rare, heart condition happens to be nobody has heart anymore. And that goes back to moral of there's worldschoolfund.org. You solve the problem right at the first part. Before it begins, you change the cause, you change the effect. And everyone hates the elections. See, I can talk about everything with the utmost expertise because we're the wisest, smartest, YodaKeith.org, which is also YodaKeith.com. We're the only people that are completely 100% competent, honest, integrity, and work with God, for God, and of God for all of mentality. See, here we have all the ads coming on where they're trying to appeal to military, or that solution, military.com, that returns, well, here they're trying to hook it into the healthcare. Well, it's another ad to take your money away and your assets and leave you impoverished and dead. The only 2 places that criminals must go are death row and prison. We've been working directly with Raphael Warnick. We've been talking to Herschel Walker. In fact, we've been talking to the whole world, including right now, October 31st, 2022, known as All Saints Day. And here we have all these attack ads. Everyone hates the government. They hate political campaign contributions. And Evote.one changes the course of your human history once and forever. Certainly these videos will survive me because I'm ready to head back to heaven. Unbelievably disappointed that everyone can't look at DuncanClaim.org and see it was a paper chase, wheel of conspiracy, murder for hire against Keith Duncan by Sherry Duncan, Doug Duncan, Miss Bashama, Robert D. Rose, then Robert D. Rose is the only person who had the capacity, along with Doug Duncan, to pay off each one of these lawyers, judges, district attorneys, police chiefs, basically everyone, including people inside the FBI, which is why we must be featured on national news, because we're the only group that knows how to leave you fully empowered to be your own sovereign international citizen. Do that by re-educating yourself and calling 770-377-2106 and purchase our most prolific patents in world history, starting with turnofflights.com, solutionsafewater.com. There we have the roofing situation. That's solutionhousing.org. Everyone deserves the right to have their own house, called homesteading, the original method, and not be on the hook of the bankers. And we're going to get rid of all these unbelievable law firms using limited liability partnerships, Fifth Amendment. That's why they call them liars. A firm that cares, a firm that fights. Really? Who do they fight for? They only fight for their own back pocket. And hospitals close. See all these ads here. We've been asking to talk to Governor Kemp and Stacey Abrams. Basically everyone you see on the screen benefits with zero politics of UNIocracy.ORG. 1191, this is the most important critical broadcast in world history. We are Fortune1.org, sent by God. Listen carefully. The most perfect system in world history is here. The yellow is the answer. All leaders, highly paid consultants. PeaceSummit2020.com forever solves every problem at your community level. Call us immediately. Protect our lives now. The basics was always we, God's people, choose and pick every single leader. And Evote.one will go down in history as the only system to literally destroy the Lucifer Empire. And of course, we always have Duncan, claim.org. Number one priority is everyone call the FBI. We are the United States Press Association, teaching everyone that this is your reality. Keith Brent Duncan. And again, it's October the 7th, 2022 at the High Tech Ministry Breakfast.